Make sure everybody's good to go. We're gonna get ready to rock and roll in here. I think it's good though. I just want to make sure that the sound good. Everybody's good to go. Make sure everybody's good to go. All right, we got everybody.
Thanks for coming back right now.
Good.
Okay. Shalom, Israel. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. And tonight is Wednesday, so around the world, we'll be holding our biblical law class, man. Teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. All right.
Okay.
We're gonna start with the book of Ezra, First Ezra, chapter 8 and verse 84. Why do we have to have a law class? Anybody? Good.
It's like it makes sense because the law is what got us in this predicament. Us not following the law. Okay. So we have to refresh ourselves on what the law is and
right.
Wrong.
Okay. You?
So like it's to bring in it's to show the lost people of Israel how to operate in this world, and so they can stay safe and how to get back in the good graces of the Most High.
Yes.
Come on. So like I said, if I may, so the law, statutes, and commandments give us our identity as a people.
All y'all brothers own it. It wasn't no right or it's a right answer. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask it in a way to say yes or no.
Okay,
But y'all brothers, just making sure y'all understand the reason as to why we have a law class. So that our people know the do's and the don'ts and what their father or our father expects from us. You understand? Who got that?
You said so. He says
First Ezra
8:84.
Con.
Okay, come. The book of First Ezra, chapter 8, verse 84.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore now shall you not join your daughters unto their sons, neither shall you take their daughters unto your sons.
So we're gonna start at 83. So lock it.
Come, sir. The book of First Ezra, chapter 8, verse 83. That the land which ye enter into to possess as an heritage is a land polluted with the pollutions of the strangers of the land, and they have filled it with their uncleanness.
How is the land polluted with the strangers of the land? What are some ways that the land is polluted? Go ahead.
So like I said, they're worshiping false idols.
All right. Anything else? Who are the strangers?
So like it makes sense.
Good.
Anybody other than Israel.
All right. And it said they filled it with their uncleanness. How is it filled with their uncleanness?
So like it makes sense. Would it be that they have taken our position and or ruling over that land, or
think about America, right? Oh, go ahead, brother. My bad, I didn't see you back there.
They fill it with the pollution is because they put their spirit into this land, right? So they put their idols everywhere. They put their beliefs into this land, to where it's damaging even the earth and the people on it.
All right. You got anything? Think about Jim Hyman always say everything is out to kill you.
Right.
Everything. The water is trying to kill you. The air is trying to kill you. You understand? Just the laws of our oppressor is trying to kill you. You understand? This land is polluted. America is polluted, man. You understand? It's a very lawless society, right? The laws that they do have aren't made for God's chosen people, right?
Right.
They meant to go against God's chosen people, right?
Uh-huh.
So, and when we talk about the uncleanliness or the uncleanness, how is it unclean, man? LGBTQ, right?
Uh-huh.
Like this is an unclean place, man. And now they trying to say it's okay to be a pedophile, right?
Right.
You understand? Saying it's okay for kids like what 10 years old and all that to decide their sexuality, right? Go ahead.
So, like I said, for me, what you said is heavy, and to add on to what you also saying too, I seen a brother posted that in the schools now they're trying to teach that the morals of the KKK is not bad to our children. So,
like if I may, they're not bad.
What you mean? I don't want to. What you mean with that?
Because the KKK believe that their race is superior to all the other races, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if we adopt the same concept and say our race is superior? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which see that they fly up under the banner of Christianity.
That's right.
We do know KKK is a form of Christianity,
That's
right? But we teach you the truth of the Bible. What the Most High said, we are the salt of the earth. Like we are the ones that are above all the other people.
Right.
So they're not saying that they're right in what they do, but the idea of trying to say that their blood, that they're the pure bloods and the true rightful and all the other, we know that's a lie. But what if Negroes begin to look at themselves as being the greatest, like the Lord said we are?
That's right.
What if we really begin to say like, damn, you know what if we flew our flag?
Right.
The real banner. Like they walk around with the Confederate flag every goddamn way.
Right.
They're proud.
That's right.
The thing about us, we don't want to be proud about a goddamn thing.
Right.
If you say you black, it's like, nah, man, my granddaddy was mixed.
Mm.
We don't want to be. We want to be everything else except for the thing that makes us special, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
what you saying about the KKK? I mean, they are the KKK.
Right.
But when are we going to be who the Lord asks us to be?
Right.
They are Confederate. They do hate us. When are we going to do the inverse and love ourselves? If you hate me, then why should I love you?
Right.
Right.
You hate me.
Right.
So the only thing I can do is love myself.
Right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You hate me. No matter what I do, you have said in your mind that you hate me.
Right.
I'm not changing that. You're teaching your children that. You're teaching your children that.
Right.
So the only thing that I need to do to become a better person is love myself.
That's right.
Trying to prove that I love you more than that you can hate me. That's dumb as hell.
Right.
I'm gonna love you to see if you stop hating me. That's Christianity. I'm gonna show you that your hate is irrelevant through my giving and love for you.
That's right.
Huh? You're gonna be sick,
Right.
stomach hurting, trying to please somebody who wants to hate you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? What the hell are you gonna get out of that? Salakia,
Tawab, by the one. Tawab. Hit the nail on the head, man. And to add on to what Otto was saying, like once we realize that we are the greatest people and that we trying to join ourselves to a people that hates us, and we realize that everything is trying to kill us, what do we do then?
Right.
We start to join ourselves to people that look like us.
Right.
Because we all realize everything against us.
That's right.
It ain't only against me, it's against you too.
Right.
Right.
So we're gonna have to join ourselves together in order to fight this thing.
Okay.
Right? And get back where we supposed to be, man. You understand? A lot of times what we do is we just put the sword down, man. We choose not to fight back. Because Christianity has taught us we should turn the other cheek. That's what they say.
Right.
Turn the other cheek. Right? Christianity has ruined us as a people, man.
Right.
You understand? We taught that it's bad to love blacks and Hispanics. We taught to go against each other, man. What does the KKK do though? Go ahead.
So like if I made sure they murder blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Okay, they do that. Go ahead.
Slovakia, they teach their young ones that they should prefer their selves over any other race.
Right. They teach that they should prefer their own people, but what are they doing though? In them teaching that they should prefer their own, what are they doing?
So like if it makes it, they're actually doing it. They're staying with their own kind. They, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to bring their schools segregated. They're trying to have everything segregated, and they're actually putting forth the might to do it.
Right. They separating themselves from you, man. You ain't never seen a brother in the KKK unless you watch Dave Chappelle, man.
Right.
You understand? They separate themselves from us, man. You understand? And no matter the whatever amount of love you try to get them, they don't love you back. They don't go out their way to join with you. Right? Read on.
Come on, sir. Verse 84. Therefore now shall ye not join your daughters unto their sons. Neither shall ye take their daughters unto your sons.
Right. We have to keep ourselves separated from them, man.
That's right.
You understand? We can't give our children to them. Right? Why? Why would we not give our children to them or take their children unto ours? Go ahead.
So like you said, if I made with the context of verse 83, it'll pollute our land, you know what I'm saying, and make us unclean.
Okay.
Or so like if I
Yeah, go ahead. Go
it'll
ahead.
cause us to serve their gods.
Right. It calls us to serve their gods, and it also does what? Calls us to kill our brothers.
Right.
Right.
Come.
You see, like, just look at the world today. We tried to join ourselves to them. We start giving out, we say it's okay for our daughters to marry their sons and all this and that, right? And what they do, they still turn around and call us niggas, spicks, and wetbacks.
Right.
You understand? Go to the family function, everybody looking at you, right? You looking around at the brother thinking that y'all was cool. You know, I'm talking about the brother that Edomite or whoever house you at. You thinking that they was cool, but they the ones that, you know, the main ones trying to find a way to get you alone so that they can overtake you or overthrow you, man. Right? How many times have we seen where they find a black man or a little black boy beat death or hanging from a tree? It's 2021 and we still see it.
That's right.
That's because we choose to join ourselves to them, man.
Right.
We choose to give our daughters to their sons and stuff like that. We joining ourselves to these people, man. Right? And us doing that, they'll have kids like Dwayne Wade's son talking about some he or she. Right? They'll have fathers like Dwayne Wade that accept something like that. Right? Because Dwayne Wade doesn't understand the value of having a son.
Right.
He doesn't understand what that little boy carries. Right? That seed that's gonna bring him back.
Right.
He don't understand that. That's what happens when we join ourselves to these people, man. We lose ourselves, right? We get separated from our God and get put into a place where it's unclean, man.
That's
Eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, right? Where we at? Read that again.
Come on, sir. The book of First Ezra, chapter 8, verse 84. Therefore now shall ye not join your daughters unto their sons, neither shall ye take their daughters unto your sons.
You can't do it either way, man. Either way, you can't let your daughter join herself to their sons. You can't take their sons to your daughters, man. You cannot. Who would even want to do that? Who would want their family they see watered down like that, man? Read on.
Come on, verse 85. Moreover, you shall never seek to have peace with them.
What?
Moreover, you shall never seek to have peace with them.
What does that right there tell you is wrong? Join the Christian church, right?
Right.
That this scripture right here is telling you that joining the Christian church is wrong. That Martin Luther King lied. to blacks and Hispanics, telling us to hold hand in hand with them, join hand in hand with them, man. This scripture, go ahead.
So like I said, Black Lives Matter.
Right.
We sitting here begging.
Black Lives Matter, man.
Right. We sitting here begging, be at peace with them. And the scripture just says, and not even do that. So
That's right, man. We always try to join ourselves with these people, and we always end up being the ones that's on the bottom of everything. Right? What is that thing? Women's rights or equal rights for women or whatever the hell it's called.
Right.
Who end up being on the bottom out of that?
So like I said, the men.
Go ahead.
So like the black woman.
The black woman.
Okay.
But who did all the work? Why? Because they say, oh, well, black women, they loud mouth.
All right.
They start saying some stuff gonna happen, right?
Okay.
And then the black woman get put on the bottom. And they raise their women up. Because why? We were talking about it earlier with the KKK. They prefer their people.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
A black woman fight for equal rights. And once they give it to them, the black woman go right back on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Go on back down there, be quiet. We don't want to see you. While the white woman up here doing it all.
Right.
She get her position. Go ahead.
Concept. That you may be strong.
That we may be what?
That you may be strong.
So we don't seek peace with them, man, because when we try to seek peace with them and join ourselves to them, we won't be strong, man. They weaken us, man.
Right.
You understand? They weaken us because you get you meet that one little everybody know you grow up in the hood, you got that one little white boy that love to hang around with the brothers.
Right.
That one. It's always that one
Right.
that want to hang around with the brothers. He want to say the N-word. He think he cool. That's the one everybody learn how to fight off of right there, because you beat him down so many times. He one of them white boys that grow up, he like to get in fights. It don't feel right that he don't have a fist in his face.
Right.
You understand? But yeah, we try to join ourselves to them, man. We become weak. Right?
Right.
Read that again.
Concept.
Mm-hmm.
That you may be strong.
That we may be strong, man. We don't seek peace with them because we have to be strong, man. Why do we have to be strong? What does it take to raise this nation, man?
It's like what makes a strong black man.
It's gonna take a strong brother, man. You understand? Because if we leaned on the Christian church, would we save blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? We wouldn't. Because if the Christian church was the answer and strong men was in the Christian church, we'll be free by now.
Right.
Blacks and Hispanics will know that they the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? We'll been done completed the book, Christ be back, and we'll have heaven here right now.
Right.
If it was strong men in the Christian church.
Right.
But it's not strong men in the Christian church. Why? Because they tell us to join with our oppressor, man. They tell us that we don't have to be strong. They teach us to be weak. You got more on that?
Concept. And eat the good things of the land.
Uh-huh.
And that you may leave the inheritance of the land unto your children forevermore.
All right, drop that. We're gonna jump over to Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13. We have to be separate from them, man. Because when we separate from them, we can follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, man, and we can be strong. It takes a strong man to lead the nation, man.
Right.
Commander YAHANNA could never lead the I.S.U.P.K if he decided he wanted to be a Christian. Because Christianity teaches you to run away when things get rough, man.
That's right.
You don't have to get your hands dirty in Christianity. They just give you a song. You don't have to go out on the streets and do no work. You know, they have faith. That's all they have, faith. No works, just faith. Well, we believe that Christ is our Lord and Savior. Amen. That's it. I don't have to do nothing.
Right.
I can stand in these four walls with the AC on and collect some money, send you home. I could fly to Paris tonight and be back Sunday. Right? That's Christianity, man.
That's right.
You don't have to go do no work. You don't have to go out to nobody. You got that?
Is it
13 and 15, Salaki.
Come on. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, verse 15. Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor.
Right. Who? You want to take that on?
Come on, sir. So like I said, if I may, like if it's a lion, like I said, a beast, is gonna love his people. If I make with the twofold, we call these other people that are not Israel beasts too, like the so-called oppressor. Or he's a beast, so he's like you said, he gonna prefer his own. You know what I'm saying? It says, and every man loveth his neighbor. So we know the neighbor is not the one that stay beside you.
Right.
So your neighbor is your brother.
Right.
So it's saying basically every man loveth his neighbor, which is his brother. Like we know in I.S.U.P.K, we love our brothers and our sisters.
Right. So basically what we were just saying, man, we can't join ourselves to our oppressor, man. You never seen a lion walking around with a hyena.
Right.
Right.
Come.
But you do see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians walk around with oppressors.
That's right.
We do. And when you tell them that they Israel or that they oppress the devil that the Bible speaks of, they look at you sideways. Right?
Come.
the
The beast, the lions hang with lions, man. If you black, Hispanic, Native Indian, you're supposed to stick with your people. You can't be out trying to get along with everybody, man. You can't, because at the end of that road is death. Death or prison.
Right.
One of the two. And it ain't gonna be everybody, being put to death or everybody going to prison. No, it's you. It's the brother out of the group or the sister. You can't join these other nations and think that you're just gonna walk around fine and dandy, man. That's not gonna happen. You understand? We're supposed to be smarter than the animals, right?
Right.
The animals know to separate themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The animals know that. So why is it so hard for blacks and Hispanics to know? It's because we don't prefer to love each other. We don't prefer to be with one another, right?
Come.
That's what it is. Because by us running from these laws, statutes, commandments, guess what we running from?
So like, if I may, y'all ever seen those animals that the people be walking around with them and they have on their shoulders and stuff like that?
Come on.
Like it could be like a dangerous animal, like what's some of them wild animals that you see people with? Go ahead.
Slugs are bald eagle.
Oh, the bald eagle. That bald eagle is a fierce goddamn bird, if I may, right? And you will see, like the bird or the zoologists, if I may, and they'll have them on their shoulder, and they'll pet him. They'll have to sit the thing out, and the bird fly laying on it. You ever think to yourself, why do that eagle do that? What makes the bald eagle land on that person like that? What you think, young man, Kevin? What makes the bald eagle?
They train it.
They train it, right?
Mm-hmm.
After and how do you train something that's wild like that?
You gotta use food.
You use food because it's something that they like.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta remember, like, we are like that bald eagle, brother. You understand? And I don't mean like wild like that. I mean like we don't belong on nobody goddamn arm. You understand?
Right.
We don't belong to be petted like some in a goddamn zoo.
Right.
But this oppression, the oppressor sticks out things, like you said, and they have a way of training us through Christianity and food and the healthcare system and education and institutional racism.
Right.
So we're perched right on the very thing that's now allowing us to like you fly high like the goddamn eagle, if I may. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're perched up like the eagle, like you said, because of the things that we're receiving from the oppressor.
Right.
Not knowing that the ultimate benefit is to go and get your own.
That's right.
You understand? And what you said, that's that.
Come.
And when I think about the atrocities that we go through, we're perched up on somebody who ultimately has not our best interest at heart. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? They just there just to give us the little, like you said, they feed them. You know what I'm saying? They had a little claw out and all that, and everybody else is fascinated by it. But the eagle just thinking, I'm just eating.
Right.
You don't even know you're entrapped. We don't even know, like, we're entrapped inside of America. You know what Harriet Tubman said? She said she would have freed 1,000 more slaves, and she knew they knew they were slaves. They were perched up just like the bald eagle.
Right.
And you said they were what? We've been trained to do these things.
That's right.
And like Christianity and all the things that we involved ourselves into, I had done what you said. Those are the things that allow us to be trained here in America.
Right.
You get out of order, they send you to prison.
Right.
You get out of order, they shoot you while you're running. And then they publicize it on so everybody can see it. So it'll keep the other animals what? Trained as well.
That's right.
Come on.
Also, with training, you have to realize that they have to break the will of the animal. And that's what they do with our people.
My hand, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's heavy. And to add on, when we join in that, like we allowing ourselves to let that happen, man, and trying to tie ourselves to that, what are we not doing? Like I was saying, we don't prefer each other, but guess what? By us running from this, where it said gather yourselves together, by us turning away from this and choosing to be trained, not preferring each other, we saying we don't prefer what? Go ahead.
So we don't prefer the Most High.
We don't prefer the Most High, man. We don't prefer the Most High. We don't prefer brotherhood.
Right.
The second most important commandment, right?
That's right.
We don't prefer it. We choose to be that eagle going from arm to arm for what? A little piece of meat? That's what we choosing. When we could be that one that's still out there in the wild, free, eating to his field, traveling anywhere, doing anything, like House of Zion said, high, soaring high. We just rather be on the ground, going back and forth every day for a couple of oohs and ahs, dribbling the basketball, running back and forth for ooh and ah. Right?
Come.
We don't prefer. Come.
In our low state.
In our low state, come. Night. That's what we prefer.
Right.
Night. You got more on that?
That was it for 15. So.
Read on.
Come, verse 16.
Christ.
All flesh consorted according to kind,
Mm-hmm.
and a man will cleave to his like.
What does it mean, consorted? What is that? Go ahead.
So like you say, it means to assemble together.
Right. You associate yourself with your own, man. With your own. Right? You ain't trying to join everybody, man.
Right.
Why would you want to stay in that low state? Why, like, aren't we tired of going to prison? Aren't we tired of getting shot?
Right.
We say hands up, don't shoot, Black Lives Matter. We joining you hand in hand, little white boys and little black boys. We say all that, right? Doing all this for what? To still get shot down?
Right.
Because we have learned to join ourselves with our own. What was the word?
Consorted.
Right. We haven't learned to consort ourselves together with our own people.
Right.
We still try to join. Where we at?
Just finished 16.
Verse 16. And a man will cleave to his light. Right? You don't see our oppressors trying to join with us.
Right.
It's like Austin Zion was saying yesterday, they be out on the lake. They can have a problem a real problem, they find a way to fix it, right?
Right.
Because they prefer each other.
That's right.
Esau prefers each other, right? And they'll be out on the lake laughing it up about whatever they be talking about. I ain't gonna say what else is They be out there just enjoying their time together, man. Right? And 9 times out of 10, they probably talking about another way that they can make the life on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians more hell.
That's right.
That's probably what they're talking about. That's what they're talking about on them golf courses.
All right.
Right?
Come.
All that evil. How that scripture go? So lucky. I gotta paraphrase it. They work at evil upon their beds and wake up early in the morning to practice it. Right? They all looking for ways to overthrow the black man, to make black people hate each other even more. And that's everything, man. They don't want blacks and Hispanics to love each other. That's why they take the I.S.U.P.K videos off of YouTube.
Right.
They don't want our people to have this truth. That's why when you see us at camp, they'll come by. It ain't no fire nowhere, but they'll come by with all the sirens blasted. They don't want our people to hear this truth.
That's right.
Because they know if we choose to be each other, be together with each other, consort ourselves together, then their kingdom fall.
Right.
So it's easier for them to throw us in jail because they know if I throw 54%, 56% of black men in jail, how many gonna become Muslim? How many gonna become? Go ahead.
Every person that come out of there come
Muslim.
they should
You know what I'm saying? Like you won't stop eating pork for the God of this Bible, right? But you'll stop eating pork for Allah. A rock. You won't eat pork for a rock. Right? You see what I'm saying? Keep us apart, man. They try to keep us apart.
Come.
Read on.
Come. Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
What fellowship have the wolf with the lamb?
Right. You don't see no wolf hanging with no lamb, man.
Right.
What, like, why would you, like, what do they have in relation? Nothing, man. So what the hell could a black and Hispanic have in relation to Becky? To an oppressor, man. You join yourself to them. What can you possibly talk about at night? With the killing of black people going on, what could you possibly lay in bed with an oppressor and talk about? You understand?
Right.
What are you teaching the kids? Do the kids think they black? Do they think do they think they're oppressor? Right? Do they know how to treat other kids that's black or oppressors? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, how? It's too much confusion.
Right.
It's too much confusion, man. And once you get in that place, then what you have to say? Or we can join hand in hand. My parents, I had a black and a white parent. They loved each other. So it's possible for us to join.
Right.
When in reality, it is not possible, man. Read that again.
Come. So the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, verse 17. What fellowship have the wolf with the lamb?
Uh-huh.
So the sinner with the godly.
Like, how? Like, can a sinner and a godly man both walk the same path together? You can't be in here and smoke weed.
Right.
Because the men in here are godly men. We not gonna let that happen.
Right.
You either gonna end up outside of here or you're gonna stop smoking weed.
Right.
You understand?
Come on,
You ain't gonna be in here and stick out and make the school look bad. You're gonna change. You're gonna have to.
That's right.
To be around, like to be a part of this brotherhood, you're gonna have to change.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 18. What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog?
Uh-huh.
And what peace between the rich and the poor?
Right. A rich man hates a poor man.
Right.
Right.
A rich man hates a poor man, man. How do we know? Go ahead.
Slovakia, America.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if a mesa, because if you didn't hate them, there would be no poor.
Right. Go ahead.
So like I was just gonna say, they say things like get a job.
Get a job. They put the little spikes up under the bridge. Why?
Oh,
Because they know the poor sleep there. They know they sleep there. They hate poor people, man.
Right.
What they tell you? Oh, you know, you can't have a man in your house if you want our help.
Right.
Right? They tell you we don't hire felons. That's their way of saying they hate you, man.
That's right.
They don't want you to come up. They don't want you to ask them for nothing, but they don't want you to come up either. Right? What they do, they give you a basketball contract and move you out the hood and tell you not to go back.
Right.
They hate you, man. They hate poor people, man. If LeBron James gonna keep all that money, I think they projected him to become a billionaire by the end of this year.
So you just made a billionaire.
Just made a billionaire. But think about all the stuff he had to go through just to put a school back in his hometown.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, what does he actually do for his hometown? I'm quite sure we all done grew up in a town where somebody done made it big. Every now and then they come back, you know, give out book bags or turkeys and stuff like that. But for who? It ain't for the people in the community.
Right.
Because when they do come back, what you see? You see cameras and stuff around, man. They're not doing it for the community.
That's right.
Something not happen or something, and they just trying to get in the good graces of the oppressor, man. Trying to get back in the good graces. T.I. was getting in all that trouble. We made that little show going around acting like he was trying to tell kids about, what is it, Road to Redemption? Going around talking to people and taking people up under his wing and stuff like that, trying to get back in the good graces, man, of the oppressor. It's just like you waving down America. Hey, I'm about to give him $5. Look at it.
Right.
When in reality, they hate you, man. Martin Luther King hated his people.
Right.
That's right.
Martin Luther King had everything as growing up as a black man. What, his father was like a doctor or something?
Come on.
He had everything. But he hated his people enough where he just felt like that wasn't enough. I just have to be in this movie theater with them.
Right.
I have to be in this swimming pool with them.
Right.
Well, what do we get from that? The rich man hate the poor man, man. Read on.
Come. Verse 19. As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor.
Right. They eat up the poor, man. How do they eat up the poor?
Salakia, it kind of goes back to what we talked about yesterday in class about how the liquor stores flash their lights. Every other store does bland shit, but they flash the shit that they know you won't buy, and it kills you and influence you to even buy more. Because once you're drunk, why not drink water?
Right. They in poverty, so they need something.
Right.
Let's put drugs in their community.
Right.
Right. While we sit over in the suburbs getting rich, we're gonna put this over. This gonna be they so-called plug right here. Right. We're gonna send the cops back and forth to make sure that the plug is straight. Right.
Come.
make sure the plug stay out of jail because we need him to sell it to them. They eat up the poor, man. You understand? They give you, you get paid. What's the first thing you have to do? What you do when you get paid?
Pay bills.
You got to pay your bills.
Right.
That first week, you looking at your bank account like, damn, I done gave it all back.
Right.
Right.
How you supposed to come up if you giving it all back? And then they design it in such a way where it just keeps you down, man. Because instead of them paying you every week, guess what they do? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, they pay you every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, man. Like they know you're gonna be living check to check, man.
Right.
And then they tell you, oh, we're gonna give you all a raise, 25 cents,
Right.
15 cents. What that mean? I guess I could put a little bit more on these school debts. Or I guess now I can pay Tyrone back so he ain't got to kill my mama. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They hate us, man. They hate the poor. But blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we've been trained to not even, we don't even know that we poor. That's how you know we are damaged people, man. We don't even know we poor. You get one Puff Daddy become a millionaire, right? First thing he do is, let me find out how I can break the backs of my people even more. All that money, you mean tell me like you ain't creating no jobs for blacks and Hispanics, but you living in this big behind mansion, right? Probably got 3-4 mansions, right? You ain't creating no jobs. You just hurting your people. How? With alcohol.
Right.
You make your alcohol, right? You make your clothes. Go ahead.
Slakia Mesa, he actually hurt people because Slakia said there was this one video that I seen on I think it was Facebook a while back of this young boy. I think it was like 17 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
He had came up with like some type of app to, I guess, like help the community do. I think it was building their credit or something like that. And P. Diddy heard about it and stole it, and like it blew up. And like now the dude, you know, he hurt, and you know what I'm saying, like he put his all into that, put all his money, invested everything into it. He don't email P. Diddy, all this stuff. He don't got try to get people to talk to him, and they just ignore him. And it's like he just messed that whole brother life up.
See what I'm saying? They hate you, man. They hate the poor. You seen what Jay-Z did to Colin Kaepernick? He hated him, man. Why? Because Colin Kaepernick was the rich man that dared to stand up for the poor man that looked like him. And his oppressors showed him exactly how they felt.
Right.
Where we at?
Verse 20, sir.
Verse 20. Read on.
As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor.
Right. How does the proud hate humility? What does that mean? As the proud hates humility, what does that mean?
Slakia for Mesa.
Go ahead.
Saying like the proud, they want everybody to know. You know what I'm saying? Like humility is, you know, humbling yourself. You don't really like a lot of attention.
But like, what does that mean, man? Think about it, like just think about the world. Think about today, man. Think about the way your oppressors act. Think about that. How do the oppressor act? Go ahead.
It's like I said, if I made it use what you already said, like you said, they sit here, these rich want to sit here and be like, oh, well, I'm giving him money, I'm doing this and this for him. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like being like YAHANNA, where he would perform miracles, he would tell them not even to tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? So they're proud, they want to be seen by men, you know what I'm saying, by men and pleased by men or please them, instead of actually doing this in the confidential just between themselves.
But how do they hate humility? I get the proud part. Our oppressors, go ahead.
Slovakia, I was going to say they hate humility because, like, you can look at I was just saying when I was driving, like, see how our oppressor holds themselves in
Mhm.
everyday life, holding their head high, no matter if
Okay.
they're doing you wrong or nothing.
Right.
They proud, and when you tell them, like, or not even tell them, when it's time for them to be humble and take the time to like acknowledge, like right now, actually, they don't want to acknowledge the fact that America's history is stained by the blood and sweat of Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Why?
Because they don't have no.
It's humiliating. It's humiliating, man.
Right.
Susan, will you go to the dance with me? No, I'm sorry, Bob. All right, I'm gonna shoot up to school tomorrow. Why? Because she humiliated me. She hurt my feelings. You embarrassed, man. You tell them, no, I'm not celebrating what we said yesterday, Thanksgiving, because it's the celebration of the slaughter of the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You think they want to hear that? No, because they know their history is humiliating, man. They know that. Right?
Mhm.
Read on.
Come, sir. So doubt the rich abhor the poor.
Right. So that the rich abhor the poor. Go ahead. You had something?
So say critical race theory.
To go.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's many ways. Like America as a whole, man. America as a whole, right, is proud.
That's right.
America won't face the consequences of what America does. They don't want to hear about the things that they do to everybody else,
Right.
especially Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? They don't want to hear about that. Even if you know the crazy part about it? Guess what? Guess what you don't have? Guess one thing you don't have to do to humiliate America. If you get this one, you blow my mind. One thing that you don't have to do to humiliate America, man. Nobody? You don't have to use words, man. You ain't even got to use words to humiliate America. You just take a knee. You can take a knee and humiliate America, man.
Right.
You understand? You can sit during the national anthem and America feels humiliated.
Right.
Tell me these scriptures ain't real, man. Read on.
Come, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends.
Break that down.
So, like you said, if I may,
No, you good.
okay, come. Like I said, the rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends. Like, like a rich man that has all these friends because of his wealth or his riches. You know what I'm saying? They're going to end up looking out for him because, he has a name or they're trying to upkeep something about himself.
Mm-hmm. Oh, read on. My bad. You about to try to break the rest of it down. Go ahead, read on.
But a poor man being down is thrust also away by his friends.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, if I may, I said that poor man, not many people want to be around that poor man like that.
Right.
So, with him, being thrust down, they see him as already a nuisance to what they're trying to do. So he don't really even have those friends that's going to pick him up like that because they already looking at him as filth. So again, like I said, being down is also thrust away by his friends, though. Like you said, like these friends that supposedly be his
Look
friends.
up the word thrust.
They sit here because he don't have nothing. They don't want to be his friends. They don't reap the benefits of him being a rich man.
Right. Think about Donald Trump. Right. Think about all the stuff that Donald Trump did.
Right.
A rich man, right? And when Biden started coming in the picture, like they was trashing Trump the whole time, right?
Right.
But guess what? Guess who was there to support Trump? Just guess.
So like the rich man.
His rich friends was there to pick him up, make sure he didn't fall. They can't trash him too bad.
Right.
Right. Like think about we all seen it. Trump basically committed an act of treason on American soil, right? Against America, right? Guess what Trump is doing? Walking around free right now.
That's right.
Because he has rich friends. They gonna hold him up, right?
Come on.
Who was the one? Who was the little devil? The devil that was molesting all them kids. Was it? Go ahead.
So like you talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Epstein, yeah, him, right? And his friends was holding him up like there was a crutch.
Right.
They was holding him. Oprah Winfrey, all of them. He had another devil bringing him kids, right?
Come.
And then you get people like Donald Trump. Once again, he was in that ring too. I don't think he's a bad guy. Of course you don't, because you're doing the same thing.
Right.
Y'all together, man. Y'all are joined together. Right? Go ahead with that definition, brother.
Common concept says thrust is a verb.
Uh-huh.
It means to push or drive with force.
He means to what?
To push or drive with force.
So read that again about the poor man.
Come on, sir. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, verse 21.
Uh-huh.
A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends.
When a rich man begins to fall, his friends come to his rescue. Go ahead.
But a poor man being down is thrust also away by his friends.
This poor man that's fallen is pushed away
Right.
by everybody. Everybody, man. That's the life of blacks and Hispanics.
Right.
Imagine what that do to a person that has tried to give his all to America. His all. You poor, but you still saying, I love this place, man. I just got to keep going. They'll accept me one day, but America just keeps pushing you away.
Right.
What are you going to do? You destroy it, right?
That's right.
You're trying to join yourself to a nation that don't desire you, right? You don't have the funds to get yourself out of poverty. So what you gonna do? Your friends done pushed you away. You ain't got nobody to help you up because everybody too busy trying to help the rich man, right? So what does that poor man do? If they don't find the I.S.U.P.K, of course, what do?
It's a lot. They start to depend on self, like start selling drugs or start coping with drugs.
You start looking for them coping mechanisms,
Right.
right?
Okay.
You get with this group of people that you think are friends, and they tell you, here, man, just hit this one time. I'm telling you, it'll make you forget about everything you've been through today. Next thing you know, you're a heroin addict. Next thing you know, you joining and this little Epstein, whatever the hell his name was, you joining him and his molestation of kids. Trying to be loved by America, man. Trying to be loved by America will have you killing your own people. Trying to be loved by America will have you in places that you never thought that you would be. All because you want to be accepted by America, a place that don't even like you, man. You got more on that? Yeah, go ahead.
Come on, verse 22. When a rich man is fallen, he have many helpers.
Uh-huh.
He speaketh things not to be spoken.
Right.
And yet men justify him.
What are some of those things? What oh man. Let me see. Speak a thing. What are some of those things that they speak, man? Some things that they shouldn't speak of, that they speak of. Go ahead.
So like, sir, if I may, like you said, going back to Trump, like when he was campaigning to become president, he was trying to tell black folks, "What you got to lose? Might as well vote for me."
You got something?
So like some information, Joe Biden saying, the kids playing on his legs felt like roaches.
Good.
You can go back to Trump saying how he gonna put them Hispanic babies in cages and how they all rapists and murderers and stuff.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Good.
So like information, with Obama saying, we shouldn't sit back and wait for a savior. We don't need a savior.
See what I'm saying? Slavery over. Get over it. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Stuff like that, man.
Right.
They saying the stuff that shouldn't be said. Oh, this a new America.
Right.
Right.
Everybody treated fair.
Right.
Where we was?
So he's speaking things not to be spoken.
And
yet men justify
and
it.
men justify it, man. Men justify that. Nobody will say anything about it. Right? When Trump said get them SOBs out the field, did anybody come to the rescue of blacks and Hispanics? No, they didn't. But guess who came to the rescue of Trump? Guess who was that crutch for Trump? The NFL.
Right.
The NFL was right there to support Trump. You know how? They kicked Kaepernick out the league. Our president said, get him out the field. We getting this SOB out the field. That's what they did. And then a man that you would think in Jay-Z would stand for his nation based off of all the music, the things that he say he's been through and all that. You think that he would stand for his people. Guess what he do? He go and blackball his brother even further.
Right.
Because that rich man has many friends, man.
Right.
He has many friends. I guarantee you, Jay-Z done been to Trump Towers.
Right.
Right? So he gonna be that crutch when it comes to something like that. The Christian church is gonna be a crutch for them rich men, man. They not gonna stand up and say nothing when that rich man say things that he shouldn't say. They not. Read on.
Come on. The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too.
Right. The poor man slipped, and what they gonna do? Rebuke him, man. He gonna be hated.
Right.
When you come in here, man, you know when you come in here that rich man, you learn that rich man got all them friends, all that wealth, everything, right? But you learn that don't mean nothing. That ain't gonna save him, man. You understand? You being a poor man, speaking truth, you get hated. This rich man say things that nobody else would dare to say and get loved for it. He get praised for it, right? But you being a poor man, speak truth. You get hated, man. We get hated for telling sisters to put on clothes, stop being a whore.
Right.
We get hated. Rappers get praised for telling the sister, it ain't no fun unless my homies can have some. They get praised for making sisters be whores. Right?
Come.
What we at? 22?
Come.
Read verse 23.
Come said it was a little more 20.
Oh, go ahead. My bad. So lucky.
Come, you told us. He spake wisely and could have no place.
Right. You speak wisely on them street corners, man. But guess what? You ain't got no place here in America.
Right.
America don't want you speaking truth. You can't speak truth in here. So like it in America. You can't speak truth.
Right.
Why? Because America is built on sin, man. America is built to keep blacks and Hispanics at the bottom. So if you're black and Hispanic and you telling your people that you are more than dancing up and down a pole in a strip club, telling blacks and Hispanics you are more than a drug dealer or a factory worker, right? Telling blacks and Hispanics that some truth, that you're a king, that Christ is a black man, you the greatest people on the face of the earth, you hated by America for that.
Right.
When Kaepernick kneeled on that field, everybody should have walked off that field when they kicked him out the NFL. No niggas should have played. They should have created their own league. You mean to tell me they can't do it? They get enough money, right?
Right.
How many brothers getting out of prisons looking for jobs that can sit up there at a concession stand, that could sweep a stadium, brothers that could wire stadiums?
Right.
You hate it, man. When you speak wise things, you are hated, man. America is built on lies, so that's what the people want to hear. Lies. Go ahead.
It's like a mixer. I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 4, and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
They are of the world. Therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them.
Break that down, brother.
It's like a mixer. Saying they are of the world. So, the world wants you to go, everything contrary to what this Bible is telling you. So if they speak of anything other than this Bible, the world's going to hear them. Because, the only people that understand and that speak the truth are the people in the I.S.U.P.K. So the world hears those people. But the people that speak the truth, that have the, the knowledge and the wisdom, they don't hear them because they're not of the world. They don't go through, or they're not in that age or society that is not in this school. So they don't hear them.
Here you go. The man speaking wise things is hated in this place, man.
Right.
Read on.
Verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
When a rich man speak, right? Don't nobody say nothing. You can hear a pin drop. Everybody quiet.
Right.
They want to hear the words that he has to say because everybody knows that Jay-Z just the most wisest man to ever walk the face of the earth.
Right.
Right? Everything that he say is golden. So everybody be quiet. Let's hear what Jay-Z has to say. Read on.
Come. And look what he said. They extol it to the clouds.
Uh-huh.
But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
Go ahead.
So, like you said, if I may, this is the Christian pastor, man. That rich man that's speaking where it says to extol, and I got extol, it says to praise highly. So the Christian church, they see this man as a wealthy man, you know what I'm saying, or with that prosperity doctrine, you know what I'm saying, and he's up here speaking lies. So they extolling or they're praising him because they looking and seeing what he got, not what he's speaking of.
Right.
So then, like you said, with that poor man, you know what I'm saying, as at the I.S.U.P.K, we out here speaking his truth. You know what I'm saying, according to what thus said the Lord. But they sit here, if they try to see us, falling, they're gonna try to overthrow us as well.
Right.
So like,
no, Most High Christ, get that brother a hand, man. That's Christianity, man.
right.
That's what America teaches, man. That's what our oppressor does. Our oppressor teaches us that we have to listen to what the rich man says.
Right.
We can't listen to thus said the Lord. We can't listen to a brother that looks like us. We have to listen to Joe Biden.
So, like, if I may, and come and learn this truth that's one of the things that's one of the first things that you break. That you learn to break in this truth. You understand?
That's right.
It's like you no longer esteem the rich man to be this great prophet or this great, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever that thing is. Once you learn the truth about it, in here, we take the top off of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You come up with we look at the pastor as the most disgusting thing
Right,
that you
right.
could ever come up with.
Damn.
Now we understand the brothers rapping, that's cool. But if a brother is rapping in a way that just completely, you know what I'm saying?
Come.
Oh, brother, it's on.
Right.
Don't be like Kurt Franklin. You know the word Kurt Franklin can do no wrong.
Right.
That's
Until
right.
until you heard that interview with his son.
Right.
What he tell him? I'm gonna put my foot. Then you see Kurt Franklin, like, oh, Kurt Franklin got some G in him, right?
Right.
Right.
Go.
But that's one of the things that we learn to break when you learn the truth about real life and what's actually in these scriptures.
That's right.
You learn that the rich man 9 times out of 10 is the reason why we struggle the way we do.
That's right.
The way we do. He is the one that's recouping all the resources, and he's not sharing a goddamn thing with you.
Right.
All the little secrets that he got that made him rich or wealthy,
Mhm.
you think he's sharing with you? Lie.
That's right.
You start hearing, and let me show you how to put this on your taxes, and you create a business and you get to write this up. Wait a minute. I've been working for 20 years. Now you want to tell me I can write something off?
Mm. Good man.
Done. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
That what the rich men do.
Right.
And like for us, the smallest little. I remember as a trooper, right? As a trooper, and you read it, right? And you get to a word you don't know, and you say, what's the word some troopers mess up a lot? I don't know, like sanctuary or something like that.
Come.
Same as Nebuchadnezzar or something like that. Water, please. And then you mess up on the word, right? And then the brother say, what do a brother here say? If he's the one that's speaking and the brother is reading, what do we always say? Go ahead.
So like I said, a few things like take your time.
Yeah, take your time, brother. You know what I'm saying? No big deal.
Come.
But what do the crowd do the minute you mess up and say something? They be like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, I think.
It's heavy what you bringing up because it's real life like that when you can watch brothers debating in the school with other people. You might even slip or just say a word and they're trying to use it against you.
Yeah.
They don't want the argument.
That's all. That was polite and Cesario.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? That was one of the first things they
There
were.
you go.
See, this brother is doing polatiation and see. Wait a minute, polite. What the hell you talking about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look, he know what I'm talking about.
There you go.
Yeah, he doing. Yeah, he doing. Oh yeah. See, what you mean? See, you switching this word out, brother. See, the blue defibrillator goes into the. You look at him like, oh man, he knows some big words.
Right.
And Captain Zarya like, what?
Right.
What you talking about, man? Just say green.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
You and that talking about some future.
That's right.
It's green, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot.
Christ, man. Oh man. You understand? When that rich man speaking, man, everybody hold their tongue. Don't nobody say nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, read a little further.
Come. Book Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, verse 24. Riches are good unto him that hath no sin.
Oh no, verse 23. We ain't finished that one.
Oh, so like it said.
Yeah.
It says, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?
Uh-huh.
And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
Right. That man stumble, man. They looking to overthrow him, man. Right?
Come.
Like Al-Zion saying, like, what happened to that poor man? Soon as, like, if that poor man mess up, what happens? Like, think about how he was just saying when you're on the podium, you know, the brother tell you, you know, take your time. This brother could be doing anything, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't here, right? That's what the brother says. But the world is looking at you like what? Like how Zion was just saying, like they're looking like, oh nah,
Right.
that's unacceptable.
Right.
Right? They be ready to kill you, man.
Right.
Throw you in jail. That's us. Right? If we mess up, think about if a brother in here messed up. They're gonna be ready to shut the entire I.S.U.P.K down.
That's right.
Right? If you're a black Hispanic in the world, you mess up, what they do? 2 life sentences. How the hell you even do that? Like, how you do that, man?
Right.
You understand? Execution on the streets, man. Right? You come to work late. They know you got 5 kids. You got to take your kids to school all the way on the other side of town. You come in 2 minutes late, you fired. They look for ways to overthrow the poor man. They look for ways to overthrow us, man. That's why we can't join these people, man. That's why we can't give our daughters to them, man. Because this is what happens when we try to join them, right? I ain't making it up, am I, Cordon? We reading it, ain't we?
Yeah, right.
That's what happened when we join them, man.
Right.
They look for ways to overthrow us. They give us Christianity. Christianity is a way to overthrow us.
That's right.
That was it on that one, right? Let me get the book of how you say it, Deuteronomy. Chapter 7 and verse 3, man. This is what happened when we join ourselves to them, man. They overthrow us. Right? We become that man that everybody looks to overthrow. Soon as you mess up, man. You got?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3.
Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Here you go again. Here you go again. Who is the them?
The heathen, sir.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Who is it?
Salaki is our oppressors, the Moabites, it's the Hamites, it's the
Everybody outside of this nation, man.
Right.
Everybody outside of this family, man. Why? Because they want to kill you. They want you to die. That's what they want. Have Arabs oppressed you? They have, right? Why? Because they want you to die. They don't desire you either. So I'm sorry if you think that you can get along with Allah. It's not happening.
Right.
That stone, that rock don't even like you. You understand? Like the rock tell them not to like you. So they'll do what? Sell you cigarettes, alcohol. What's that story Commander YAHANNA did a while back? Bullets. They will sell you bullets. Sell you bullets in your neighborhood. So like you can go right down the street and kill Tyrone. For what? Looking at your shoes and you thought that he wanted them. So now you got to shoot him because you think that you got something that Tyrone like. And that he just going to take it because that's all he known for. He known for taking everything. Read on.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son,
Mm-hmm.
nor his daughter shall thou make unto thy son.
Take.
Oh, Salakia. Take unto thy son.
There you go again, man. They always try to say that the Apocrypha is not a part of the Bible, but this is the same exact thing that was just in the Apocrypha.
Right.
Right here in the Bible. The same exact thing. God ain't the author of confusion, man.
Right.
He's not. All these books throughout the Bible is saying the same thing. Why? Because I know, I mean, I've been black long enough to know sometimes I have to hear something more than once before I follow it.
That's right.
I need to hear it more than once, man.
Right.
Talking about hard-headed. You understand? We can't join ourselves to them, man. We cannot. Read on.
Verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
For they will turn away thy son from following me.
They're what?
Will turn away thy son from following me.
Uh-huh.
That they may serve other gods.
Uh-huh.
So Salakia. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you
Right.
and destroy thee suddenly?
Right. So if you're wondering why that brother keep going to jail when he was around that, he was around everybody else, like he made it. She done bought him a car and everything. But how he just keep going to jail, man. He just can't get right. Why? Because behind closed doors, he knows that she hates him. You know how? Because every time he bring up an issue about blacks and Hispanics, she don't want to hear it. She don't have nothing to say. She don't relate to a brother.
Right.
He don't relate to a sister. He don't understand why you don't want him to touch your hair when you just got it did. Brothers know what happened.
Right.
You understand? Oppressors don't know. I'm just gonna throw her in the pool and see what happened. Now the sister in jail because she done whooped this. You understand? So like, but nah, man, they turn we like when we join ourselves to these heathens, man. We try to worship their gods. We try to follow Allah, man. We decide we're gonna start worshiping what's it called when you worship materials? We decide we're gonna worship materials. Like the what's the thing in France? The Eiffel Tower.
Mm-hmm.
We decide we're gonna worship a star. We can't talk to a brother because my zodiac sign says that I ain't supposed to talk to nobody today. Go ahead, brother.
Salakia, I was gonna say it's because they push out that you have to compromise.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's what our oppressors teach us, man. It don't matter what you want. Like you here, just be a Christian, and I promise you we'll give you a law that we'll stop killing you.
Right.
Everybody is equal. You say what, brother?
Oh, Salaki, sir, melting pot.
That's America.
Right.
How the old person like say it? America. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. That's what it is, man.
Right.
It doesn't include blacks and Hispanics.
That's right.
They like our women, but it's only for their own, ulterior motive, right? They got something to gain by them trying to act like they like a black woman. And that's ways to overthrow the black man. That's what it is. She know you ain't supposed to be at the house. You come over there, first thing she gonna do is what? Call him.
Right.
They can't find you. Guess who they going to? They ain't going to your father to ask where you at. They going to your mother,
Right.
your girlfriend, your other girlfriend. That's what they doing. Well, he normally, she hates you. He normally is over here around like 3 every afternoon. So you come around then, you can probably catch him.
Right.
Now you throw him behind bars, and I'm sorry. I was designed to say gonna be the first one there to bail you out.
Right.
But she laying up in bed with an oppressor. Compromising. Giving you up just so she can get a few dollars in the house. That's Christianity, man. That's what happened when we join ourselves to these people. We start hating our own people. We'll sell our own people out, man.
Right.
We become Martin Luther Kings.
Right.
What's the other dude? Farrakhan.
Mm-hmm.
When all we have to do is gather ourselves together and not join them, not give our children to them, not take them on. That's all we had to do. It was a time where it was frowned upon for a black man to be with a white woman, or vice versa. It was frowned upon. I know for me, for a fact, I could never bring an oppressor home.
All right.
My family would disown me. But now, guess what? It ain't too frowned upon no more. My brother bring like 3-4 of them home. Nobody cares. Nobody say nothing. Mom Duke, she a whisper every now and then.
Right.
Yeah, that girl got him going crazy.
But
why you don't say it to him though? Why you don't say it in front of her?
She want to make sure he happy.
Right. She do. I know y'all know how I go. You get around right, you got to put your sweet voice on. Get away from him. He's talking shit. Man, I don't know why the hell he asked me that, man. They say that black people got that little switch, man. You know how to deal with everybody. Why? Because we compromise so much, man. We give up everything. Don't nobody compromise anything or give anything up to love black people.
It's like, if I may.
Come on.
I would refer that to like being a chameleon. You ever heard of
Right.
a chameleon? And what the chameleon do, like when he senses danger, change his color to
That's right. And then
to blend in. And we talking about yesterday, like we are the endangered species here inside of America, man.
That's right.
Dealing with the oppressor. Everything that we touch, everything that we're involved in, that he's involved in, will always end up at the latter part of it. You understand?
Right.
So what we try to do is be the chameleon there to blend in and seem like we're less aggressive.
That's right.
You know, they always see us as being aggressive men, right?
Right.
And we'll be like you said, we talk with the lighter voice,
and
we'd be like, yeah, you know, hope you're having a good day. You know, and it's always that mentality that doesn't allow us to grow.
Right.
Because what happens is that when you do it, your children are watching. When we do it, the people that are around you that need the strength to keep fighting whatever that they fighting, they lose that strength too.
Right.
Because you never know what type of what you can set in place for somebody else that's watching. And the minute you turn yourself over to oppression, or you turn yourself over and stop fighting, then whoever's watching you, they're going to stop fighting too.
That's right.
You understand? And that's why you cannot be that committed. You have to be the one that stand out. You have to we have to be willing to be the one that is severed or holy.
Right.
And doing so, guess what? There'll be somebody that attach themselves to you. Right? That there'll be something about you that somebody say, I don't know what it is about our bud, man, but that brother, man, he'll change. He'll come a long way. They may not ever tell you. They may never tell you in your life, but I promise you this: there's somebody watching that is saying, "Most High in Christ."
That's right.
They'll start repeating the words that you say because you're around them all the time. Do you think you learn the greeting just because you studied the greeting? No, you learn the greeting because you was around your brothers.
That's right.
Right.
You learn to say the greeting because you was around your sisters.
Right.
You learn to say the water, a yonder bar, Shabbat, Sabbath,
Right.
whatever that thing is.
Right.
But you learn that from watching somebody who inspires you to be great. Same way everybody who smokes cigarettes, how do you stop somebody else from smoking cigarettes? They usually give you that story. Oh man, I stopped. This is what I did, man. I put it down cold turkey.
Right.
Y'all heard that? You did it cold turkey. Man, if I can do it, you can do it.
Right.
Then you like, man, Jerome said he did it cold turkey. In your mind, cold turkey, man, I'm gonna do it, man. Right? You going through something with your lady, you be like, man, how you deal with this? You tell her, man, you did what? You did that for real? The brother be like, man, I did it, man. Work. You know what I'm saying? But when you're a chameleon and you trying to blend in, and somebody want nobody to come for you, ask you for no guidance.
Right.
They'll look at you. You be like, you just like everybody else. Ask you nothing. Shit, what I'm gonna ask you for? I need something different in my life. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? I need some answers around here. I don't need Christianity. I don't need Jesus. I need some answers about what this is.
Right.
Because you're going to give me the same song and dance that you've been giving me since I was 13 years old.
Right.
Mhm.
The Lord's Prayer, you don't know none of it. You don't even know what it means.
Right.
See, the kingdom coming, meaning we got to go up to the glory. And the glory going what? You realize it don't work.
Right.
That's right.
Damn right.
So you begin to attach yourself to something that does work.
Mhm.
And the thing that does work is the thing that stands out from everybody else.
Right.
It's not the thing that blends in like the chameleon. That's what works. What works is being able to set yourself apart from everybody else. And the only way you can do it is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
If you're not keeping these law, statutes, and commandments, you will blend into the world.
Mm.
And he that love the world do not love who? Hey, the Father. Love of the Father is not in him. Why? Because you love the world.
That's
You're
right.
blending in with the world.
Mm.
That ain't what the Father asked us to do.
That's right.
We're supposed to be the one that have dominion over the earth, not blending into the world. How are we supposed to be the people of great exceeding nations that we're supposed to be when we're doing everything else in the world? It'll never happen. That's why you brothers and sisters that come to these classes, that's why you are so vital to the work of the Most High. You're so vital to just your families, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To your young sisters, to your brothers. You're vital for every word that comes out of your mouth.
That's right.
Most High in Christ.
All right. Yeah, no, man. Once you become that chameleon, man, what it say? The anger of the Lord will be kindled against you.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High hate that, man.
Right.
And let's not even talk about compromising. Like you said, compromising. You gonna give up the laws of the Most High to fit in with America? This place is falling, man. But you want to blend in. You don't want to stand out. You want to be like Pastor Pork Chop and Deacon Beat 'em Down Brown.
Right.
You want to blend right on in, huh? All right, read on. Kindle against you. Started kindle against you. Uh-huh.
And the anger of the Most High be kindled against you.
Right, while you trying to blend in. Go ahead.
And destroy thee suddenly.
What?
Destroy thee suddenly.
You're gonna be destroyed, man. Trying to blend in, you're gonna be destroyed.
Right.
Cause that chameleon, sometimes when you try to blend in, something already done seen you.
Right.
Right.
Damn. Heavy.
You're gonna be destroyed, man.
Right.
Suddenly. Notice it didn't say you're gonna live forever. You're gonna be destroyed, man. It didn't say that you're gonna join hand in hand. It didn't say all that. It said you're gonna be destroyed, man. Trying to join these people is not gonna have, like, you're not gonna find peace trying to join your oppressor. You're not. The wolf don't find the lamb don't find peace trying to join the wolf. Drop that. We're gonna jump over to Book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Can't join this place, man. The Most High giving us the what is the playbook? I want. We got the playbook, man. Just run the play, man, and win the game.
That's right.
Run the play. No, we can't even run the play because we can't get set. We want to fall offside. You know what I'm saying? We want to be all out of bounds.
Right.
I want to got me up here referencing sports. Hey. Can't even get right, man. Like hearing that and the sports reference, like, God damn, we done caught the long ball, but nah, you want to push off. Now it's a foul. Yeah, come all the way back. We can't get ahead, man. That's one of the small books. You got it? Hang on, let the brothers get there. Waiting on our bot. Yeah, that joint real small, ain't it? Usually I'll be they be on it usually. These brothers usually be on it, man. This little book small. Miss you every time trying to find that one, huh? All right, go ahead, brother.
The book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10.
Arise
ye,
go ahead.
and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted. It shall destroy you.
Right.
Even with a sword destruction.
Right. Arise, Israel. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man.
All right.
Stand up. Put your boots on, man. You understand? Wake up. Get out the church and arise, Israel. You understand? Get out. Like this ain't our rest, man. You have to depart from America. You have to separate yourself from America, man. You have to take your spirit out of this place, man. It's time for us to get up, man, and separate ourselves from this place. Right? Read that again.
The book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10.
Arise
ye, and depart.
Depart. Go ahead.
For this is not your rest.
This ain't our rest, man. How could this be rest? How can it be rest if we still get shot?
That's right.
Right? How can it be rest if we can't even tell our children that the devil in this Bible is the oppressor? How is it rest? We can't even say the things that we want to say. Do what we want to do. We get clocked every time. From the moment we wake up, we clocking into a job, right? We clocking out. We have somebody telling us, some of us, when to eat, when to sleep, where to go.
It's a lot, if I may.
Come on.
What, heavy. Because what you're talking about, hey, how can we have rest if we don't know our last names?
That's right.
How can we have rest if you don't know your great grandfather?
That's right.
You know, the oppressor I'm son of King Henry III and Alexandria.
Right.
You gotta go
all the way back.
You gotta go to 23andMe. You know what I'm saying? What's the other one that they got? Ancestry.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can't find rest because we're always never getting the answers that all of us have, in this earth. I don't give a damn if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. There are tons of answers or questions that you have that we never get the answer to.
That's right.
So how can you find rest? You can't even be your true self in America.
Right.
You don't want to come off as too aggressive. You don't want to be too bossy. You don't want to be too much of a man. How are we going to find rest?
All right.
A sister get criticized for saying what she won't do by other women.
Right.
That's crazy to me, man. Women that know things are detrimental and hurt children and hurt young ladies, yet they say it's no different than what's her name? Jada Smith. Not Jada Smith, Salakia. Yeah, I use Jada Smith. I use us. The red tape, why not? You know what I'm saying? Shit, they all evil. I would say she tell her daughter like she can sleep and be whatever she want to be. Why would you tell your child that, man? You know what I'm saying? If the Most High gave us law, statutes, and commandments for protection.
That's right.
And that's love. You know what I'm saying? That's what you offer your children, right? When you really care about them. But when you don't love them, you tell them to go out and enjoy everything.
Right.
Go. It's just like a fair. Y'all ever been to a fair before?
Come.
And what do most people want to try? All the fair food, right? Everybody want to taste the funnel cake, the turkey leg, the fried corn on the corn dogs. But then you got that one crazy thing over there. It may be like a a fried Snickers bar or something.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about? And everybody be over there line up. You have everybody, they all looking. Like, what is that? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The Most High he don't want us like that.
That's right.
He don't want us going into a fair and being excited by the things that everybody else looking at.
That's right.
He gave us something to be excited about.
That's right.
Like he gave us like the thing that's supposed to makes us stand out from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and we jumping around like God.
Mm.
So how can you find rest? Because
Right.
you're chasing that thing over there.
That's right.
You never find rest when you're chasing all the things that are not meant for you.
Right.
You
Mhm.
find rest by just doing what the Most High gave you, like
That's
being
right.
a part of that. That's where our rest come from.
Right.
Most High in Christ.
Yeah, right.
You kill us, boy.
What's up, man? You know what I'm saying? And to add on to what Otto was saying, man, like you ain't gonna find rest in this place when you try to join yourself to your oppressor, man, and giving your kids over to your oppressor. Because guess what? Me and my real be talking about it all the time. It's a brother over here. He got an oppressor for a wife, right? And we talk about it all the time. If something happened to this brother, guess where that wealth going? Huh? So your kids ain't gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna have to keep working instead of that inheritance that the inheritance that the Most High giving us, man. We can't find the rest or get that inheritance. Our kids can't enjoy it because we too busy over here, like you said, jumping up and down trying to see what's going on over here, man.
That's right.
We can't find that rest, man. Right? So we have the scriptures say, arise, ye man, and depart.
That's right.
We have to separate ourselves from this, man. It's like get the hell out that line.
Right.
Man, your turn didn't come, it ain't coming.
Right.
You might well turn around and try something else, man. How about you follow the law, statutes, and commandments? Get a land that was promised to you, right? A heaven that's yours, where you make the rules. Why you like? I don't understand why we choose to just follow when I ain't met a nigga yet that don't want to be in charge. I haven't.
Right.
Everybody want to be in charge.
Right.
We see it. You fight with your rib because she want to be in charge.
Right.
So why don't you get in here and fight for something that will actually put you in charge, man? That'll separate you from everybody else. Why not? What else we got to lose? Christianity? You got more on that, brother?
Kind of kind.
Read on.
Because it is polluted.
How is it polluted? You don't see all the evils that's going on in this place? Right? We don't see all the things that's put in place to make our people fall. Every time you turn on the TV, what you see? Interracial relationships. You always see that. You always see it. And seeing that, who do you see? When you see interracial relationships, who do you see? You always see a sister with an oppressor.
Right.
You always see a sister with an oppressor. Very rarely, if even at all, you see a brother with an oppressor. It's always a sister and an oppressor. And then the commercial get going, right? Guess what you see then? You got the LGBTQ in there.
Right.
And guess who you see? A brother and a brother. Right? You don't never see two oppressors together because they don't do that to their men. They're supposed to be masculine, right? They're supposed to be superior, right? So they'll put they women doing it, but they ain't gonna do it with their men. Because if they do it with our men, guess what? One gonna have to be effeminate. and one gonna act like he masculine.
Right.
They ain't gonna do that with their men because they men are supposedly too masculine to even do that. Ones who started it.
Right.
They started that. They was natural born homosexuals. They used to travel around in, like, they called it butt breaking.
Right.
That's what they used to travel. They used to travel around all across the country just to tear down the black man. It's a whole article I read about it. And in the article, it says that a lot of them are believed to have done it just like because they were homosexuals. You got more on that, brother? This this place is polluted, man. It's polluted. Everywhere you turn is some evil, something going on. Everywhere you turn, man. Go ahead.
It shall destroy you.
It shall what?
Destroy you.
It shall what?
Destroy you.
Go ahead.
Even with a sword destruction.
With a sword destruction, man. America will destroy you with a sword destruction, man. It's gonna be a painful destruction, man. Physically and emotionally, mentally, America will beat you down, man.
Right.
All you have to do is be black and Hispanic to know that. So how do you go through the all the punches? How you deal with all the punches that America throw you, right? America throws all these punches at you all day, right? Probably you have to dodge a lot, and here you don't get hit. If you do, you got somebody to call, right? You got somebody to call that'll pick you up. But being out in the world, man, you get hit by them punches, and you go lay down with Becky, somebody who don't even understand.
Right.
Somebody who don't understand why you was just in a holding cell for the last 12 hours. Because you fit the description. You have to wake up, man. It's time for us to separate from this place, man.
That's right.
You understand? We get destroyed in this place, man.
Right.
Mentally and physically. Being blacks and Hispanics, man. It is no rest in America for a black and Hispanic man. Drop that. Let me go to the book of Lamentations 4 and 17. We have to learn to separate ourselves from this place, man. America is not made for blacks and Hispanics to be a part of it. It's not. Everybody we know is destroyed in this place, man. And even when we make it, we have some of our people who make it. What they do? They die from drug overdose.
Right.
Whitney Houston, right?
Right.
Whitney Houston, man. Look at that. DMX.
Right.
So even when you call yourself made it in America, man, you still destroyed with a sword destruction in this place, man. Can you imagine ODing and having to go through all that? You understand? Like imagine brothers that commit suicide and stuff like that. Imagine what you're going through, man. That's America. America puts us through this, man. And we have nobody to turn to. Go ahead.
Come on, the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
As for us,
Uh-huh.
our eyes are yet fell for our vain help.
Go ahead.
And our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us.
We joining ourselves to this people, man, and we hoping for something, man.
Right.
Some type of freedom. And these people can't even save us, man. They cannot even save us, man. We need the Most High, man. We need Christ to come back to free us from this. It ain't no.
So like if I may ask a question,
Okay.
in that read that verse again, Bible Kushal.
Come on, the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
As for us, our eyes are yet fell for our vain help.
Mm-hmm.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
What is taking place in that scripture? It's like how you done.
Oh, you to walk by the one.
What's taking place in that scripture, our Bob? What is that?
So like if I may, sir, is we have fallen into a low state and we're looking for help.
That's true. That's not what I'm looking for. What you got?
So like I said, if I may, whenever we need help,
Nope.
So like it's, I was gonna say this one of the curses that Deuteronomy talks about.
That's true. Read it again.
Come. As for us,
Ask for who?
as for us,
Who was just talking about?
Black Hispanics, Native Indians.
Ask for us, right?
Come.
Read on.
Our eyes as yet fell for our vain help.
Still talking about who?
The Black Hispanics and Native
Still
Indians.
talking about who? Us, right?
Come.
Read on.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Now we're still talking about us, right?
Come.
But what are we doing? Come.
So like if I may, sir, we watch.
Watching who?
We're watching the oppressor.
Watching. That's. I want you to say them. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
Us and them. It's treating a what? A separation between.
That's
us.
right.
Okay, come.
Time I say us and them.
Right.
You see what we go through as brothers and sisters. Y'all point that out all the time.
Right.
We
right.
have classes and we point out the things that we did. We're talking about who? Us.
Mhm.
But then on the flip side of that, we're also talking about that nation, which is who? Them.
Right.
And we've been watching for them, a nation that could not what? Save us.
That's right.
Because we're not them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're us.
That's right.
Us can never be them. You know, that makes sense what I'm saying?
Come.
It's on two different sides of the spectrum.
Right.
We're us and they're them.
Right.
You can't change that.
Right.
The scriptures ain't changed that.
Right.
It's letting you know these other nations are who? Them.
Right.
But if we're looking for savior from them, but we're us.
Come.
It's in our eyes. It didn't say their eyes.
Right.
We're longing. They don't say they're longing.
Right.
Am I making this up?
No,
It's right there, right, Cordell?
Okay.
I'm just making sure.
That's right.
You see it, right?
Yeah, right.
Read it again. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I ain't crazy. I am. Read it again.
God. As for us,
Oh, as for who?
us.
That's what I said earlier, right?
Right.
We're talking about who? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
All right, we're talking about us. Read on.
Our eyes.
Now who?
Our
No,
eyes.
their eyes.
Our eyes.
No, the bird eyes.
Our eyes.
No, the cat eyes.
Our eyes.
No, us. Our eyes.
That's right.
Right, know what it's saying?
Come.
Make sure, look at it. Good, Cordell.
That's what it
Go
says.
ahead, brother.
As yet fell for our vain help.
Whose eyes? Who yet have failed? Who has failed? Us.
Our
eyes. It's failed.
That's right.
How are our eyes failing? How are they feeling? How are our eyes feeling? I can't even get it out. Salakia.
So like I said, it fell because we were hoping for them. And
Yeah.
not being like you said.
No,
reverence for
just
us.
keep it simple.
Mhm.
Eyes are used for what?
Slack makes her look in the wrong place.
There you go.
Mhm.
Used for seeing.
Come.
Who are we looking at? Our boy.
Them.
We're not looking at who?
Us.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
You see it.
Come.
You see it, right? read on.
Come, sir. And our watching,
And who?
and our watching,
And who watching?
and our watching.
Us once again, right?
Right.
What are we watching?
We have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Oh my goodness. So who are we watching? Them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Who
Right.
who the only one watching? We're the only ones watching.
Right.
That's right.
Mm.
That's right.
Did I make that up?
No, sir. It's all there.
It's all there, ain't it?
Okay.
It's talking about us.
That's right.
Mhm.
So it's letting you know the importance that we have to have with each other.
That's right.
Not them. They can't do a goddamn thing for us.
Right.
We have to fix our viewpoint of what we want,
Yeah, right.
what we value, what we cherish. And that's the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
That's right.
We're not gonna get that from them.
Mhm.
Their ways cannot save us.
Right.
Right.
The Lord gave us a way for us to be saved, and that's
Mhm.
being obedient.
Right.
And you won't be saved until what? He that endured to the end.
Right.
Endure what? This life. How do you live this life? Through the law, statutes, and commandments?
That's right.
Not looking for who?
Yeah.
Most High Christ. I ain't making that up, man.
Right.
Go ahead, I thought.
Most High Christ, man. You understand? That's why we have to separate ourselves from them, man. They can't save us, man.
That's right.
They cannot save us. Just jump over to Ecclesiasticus 14:5 real quick, if you don't mind. Y'all brothers, Tawab in here, man. Holding it down,
That's right.
looking strong, you know. Brothers all over it today.
That's right.
Most High in Christ, man.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 14, and verse 5.
Go ahead.
He that is evil to himself,
Uh-huh.
to whom will be he good?
Right. Go ahead.
He shall not take pleasure in his goods.
You can break that down. Oh, I see. Go ahead, brother.
Salaki is saying he that is evil to himself, saying like he that don't even care. Like it's almost like saying a person that don't even care about himself. To whom will he be good?
Mhm.
Meaning, like if you don't even care about yourself, how you gonna care about your brother? You know what I'm saying, if you taking dope, you won't be in a good mind state to care for a brother that's under you.
Right.
Mm.
So
Right.
it says he shall not take pleasure in his goods, meaning he shall not take pleasure in his goods.
Mm-hmm.
Salaki, I would relate that to how rich people still have depression, even though they have everything in the world,
Mm.
because of how they got in it.
Slap me, sir.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with saying like he is that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good. Like if you're not good to yourself, you don't take care of yourself, you don't look after yourself, how you gonna look after somebody else? And you know, if you not of a good person, look after yourself, anything that you got to give ain't gonna be no good neither.
You got some, Uncle Don?
So like you said, to add on what the brothers are saying, like you said, if you're not taking care of yourself, you know, just like you said, like, you know, my pops used to tell me, I can look out for you if you know how to look out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't sitting here working, trying to put work forth to better yourself, how I'm gonna help you to better yourself? I can't put my trust in you.
Right.
And it says, he shall not take pleasure in his goods. Like, one, you know what I'm saying? I say like the I.S.U.P.K, you know what I'm saying? That would be like me taking pleasure coming to class. You know what I'm saying? If I can't come to class, then how y'all gonna help me, you know, share myself from this world? You know what I'm saying? So me coming to class is showing you that I'm trying to take care of myself, and also showing you that I'm taking pleasure in the goods that's around me, which is the priests and prophets of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Hey, man. All y'all brothers to wall, man. You know what I'm saying? How can you look for America to care for you when America don't even care about America?
right.
You know what I'm saying? It was a video, I think I had sent it today, with it was, what was it? Confederates and man, what was it? Go ahead. He's trying to steal it from me. Go ahead, man.
Well, I was gonna say on the
Go
video,
ahead.
it was the Confederates against the ones that was for America.
You know what I'm saying? They fighting.
Right.
They're oppressing, fighting oppressing, man. They don't even care about themselves, man.
Right.
But this who we watching to save us.
That's right.
This who we trying to join ourselves to, man.
Right.
How he gonna do us good when they can't even treat each other well?
That's right.
They kill each other too. But this is who we watching and waiting for them to help us, man. This who,
yeah, you right.
Come.
They quit to bring up black on black crime like
They are.
Like they ain't had World War I.
Right.
Like they ain't had World War II. You ever heard of the Civil War? They pretty good at killing each other too.
That's right.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I'm just saying. Who was in World War One?
Oh shit.
It was all Edomite nation, right?
That's all I know.
World War II. I think they pretty good on killing each other too.
That's right.
That's right.
They perfected killing each other.
They have. Mm-hmm.
It's a lot, yeah.
Man, it's a wild. It's a wild. Drop to verse 7, man.
Common
Go ahead
concept.
and get up out of here.
Verse 7. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly.
Right. If they do good, you better believe it's unwillingly, man.
Right.
They don't want to. They don't want to do good, man. Because it's in them to want to do evil. It's in them to want to overthrow us, to kill us. Right? If they do good, you better believe that it takes everything out of them. I gotta pay him. He didn't even come to work for 2 days this week. He was late. He was late twice.
Right.
Go ahead.
Common concept. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness.
As sure as I'm rested.
Right.
He gonna show it, man.
All right.
Even when like it takes everything out of him to do good, you better believe he thinking about that. Every time he see you, he thinking about what I did for you. I did this.
Right.
They didn't give him a job, I gave him one. Now he showed up late. I gotta fire him. Right? We gave her food stamps. Right? We gave him food stamps to Lockie. He in his house eating a bowl of ice cream. I just have to put a bullet in his head. I just have to. That's
it's nothing out what they drop on us like it's you don't like America. Go back to where you came from.
right.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Talk about dude say what did he say about? Well, you could have been a slave in other countries, not in America.
Right.
What the hell? I'm still a slave.
Right.
Man.
That's right.
Right.
America wants you to be comfortable with your captivity. Yeah?
Right. That's right.
They want you to be fully accepted with your captivity and your role in America.
Right.
Yeah,
And
right.
do it with pride.
Right.
Mhm.
And represent the Olympics
Mm.
and the U.S. flag and sing the national anthem.
Right.
Do it with pride, even as a slave.
That's right.
Don't you put your head down. And then when they tell you,
No.
walk with your head up.
Right.
What?
Mm.
Why is my head down? Anybody ever asked the question? Why?
Mm.
Why even put my head down? My bad, Salaki, dog.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Come on.
Good night.
But that's America, man. That's what we get when we join ourselves to these people, man. We start watching them, expecting them to help us, man. Joining ourselves to them, even though they killing us, we still trying to join ourselves. Right? And even when they do good, we think that we in the door.
Right.
Just for them to show that evil, man.
That's right.
With that, I'm gonna pass the class to Precinct Officer Zion.